Today we're taking a look at the WM watches, or Welly Merck WM176, an affordable chronograph homaging, clomaging, copying, inspired by the Seiko Speedtimer. Okay, maybe inspired by is a bit of a stretch. The watch comes in either black on white panda colorway, or a stealthy black with matching black case and bracelet. These are the prices of both options during the time of recording, but do note that these do tend to go down in prices during sales. Still, they're about 7% of a Seiko SSC813 Speedtimer MSRP. Packaging is very nice for the price. You get a black cardboard box you can throw in the recycling bin, and a hard-shell travel case you can actually keep and use for safekeeping your watch. You also get a bracelet resizing tool which is going to come in handy, an instruction leaflet on how to use it, and a user manual that doesn't really contain any information about this watch. Here are the measurements. The width of the case is 39mm. Its thickness is 12.8mm including the protrusion of the crystal. The distance between the lugs is 20mm, with the bracelet tapering down to 18mm at the clasp. Lug tip to lug tip is 45.5mm, and with 4 links removed, the watch weighs 126 grams. Water resistance is 50 meters, acceptable for a budget chronograph. Looking at the panda dial, the white main portion of the dial has a grainy texture that is nicely done. At the edge of the dial there's a minute track with fifth of a minute markings. Also present here are Arabic numerals at the 5-minute marks. A set of black painted indices mark the hours, with some faux patina colored lume on the thickened 12 o'clock index and the smaller 3, 6 and 9. The WM watch's logo is found under the 12 o'clock index, followed by the brand's full name, which I thought they decided to drop. My guess is that they have some watches with the old name left in stock. A diagonal date complication window is cut out at the 4:30 position, black numbers on a white date wheel. The 3 black subdials are set on a different layer as the rest of the dial, which does add a bit of depth. The 3 o'clock subdial is a 24 hours indicator, the complication everyone loves to hate. The smaller one at the 6 o'clock is the chronograph seconds counter, and the 9 o'clock subdial is its minutes counter, going all the way up to 60 minutes. The hour and minute hands are narrow-based batons, filled with the same Fotino lume. And the watch's run in seconds hand sports a small arrowhead towards its tip, as well as a generously sized counterbalance. The 3 main hands are painted black for great contrast against the white dial, while the 3 subdial hands are simple, highly polished and non-lumed batons. As expected, the lume is nothing too spectacular, but it is there. Listing claims C3 Superluminova, so at least you know it's of good origin. It is applied nice and even, and has a nice initial glow, but don't expect it to last for a whole lot of time. This is a chronograph after all. Covering the dial is a domed mineral crystal, with blue-tinted anti-reflective coating applied to it. More on that later on, when we get to the pros and cons section of the video. Finishing on the 316L stainless steel case is okay, nothing too fancy. We have some brushing done to the top of the case, and polishing done to its sides. The bezel is painted black, with a tachymeter scale engraved on it and filled with white paint. 2 pushers control the chronograph feature, the top one starts and stops it, and the bottom one resets it. A push-pull crown is situated between those pushers, knurled and signed with the WM logo. The case back screws down into place, and features an entirely polished finish with a globe design engraved on its center and the watch's specs engraved around it. The movement powering this watch is one that can be found in many Lorus and Pulsar quartz chronographs. That is because, similarly to Lorus and Pulsar, it is made by a Seiko subdivision in Japan. That movement is a Hattori VD53, a simple yet reliable tuning fork quartz chronograph movement with no jewels, with a date complication, accurate to between plus and minus 20 seconds per month, and with approximately 3 years of battery life, depending on how heavily you use the chronograph. The bracelet is not too shabby for the price of this watch. We are looking at a 3-link oyster-style bracelet with solid links and solid end links, treated to a brushed finish all around. The links are held together with push pins that are very easy to remove with the provided tool. And the end links feature protruding male middle links, which, though they slope down significantly, still bring the overall length of the watch up to 51 mm. The bracelet is equipped with a fully milled double pusher butterfly deployant clasp, which, while being well made and giving you that sleek no clasp look, shares the same flaw 99% of clasps of this type have: complete lack of micro adjustment options. That means that you're either going to get a good fit for your wrist, or you don't. And indeed, on my 7-inch wrist, it's just a few millimeters shy of a good fit. It's a bit too tight to actually be comfortable to wear for a whole day, with the wrist swelling and detracting throughout the day. That's a shame, because it renders the bracelet useless for me. However, even with those protruding end links, the watch doesn't overhang off my wrist, so at least it has that going for it. The WM176 looks great on wrist, nicely sized and well proportioned. Legibility is good thanks to the aforementioned contrast between the hands and the dial, though the small sub-dial hands do tend to disappear in darker environments. Even if you don't get a great fit with the bracelet, this watch is an absolute strap monster, and looks great on many different straps. You can play around with some color, and I always love putting sporty chronographs on perforated leather straps. Let's take a look at the pros and cons, starting with the cons this time. I've stated before that tall mineral crystals are not my favorites. Domed mineral crystals, unlike sapphire crystals, are going to get scratched. And when they do, unlike acrylic crystals, there's nothing much you can do about it. No micro adjustment options on the bracelet means you are either going to get a comfortable fit, or you don't. That always sucks. The lume is not great, but you don't really expect it to be, and those male middle links are never ideal. But let's be honest here. You don't buy this watch for $50 expecting a perfect watch. You buy it to get the Speedtimer look for less, and that is exactly what you get. Overall, it's a good look, thanks to Seiko. It's very affordable, though I believe people would happily pay a bit more for a VK64 movement and a sapphire crystal. For what you pay, you get a nice strap monster watch, with a fairly well finished stainless steel case, a solid links bracelet, even with all of its flaws, nice textured dial, and a reliable chronograph movement. For $50 or less during sales, isn't that all you need? Let me know what you guys think of this affordable Seiko Speedtimer lookalike down in the comment section below. You'll find a link to the watch in the description of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. Here is a quick link to another nice and affordable Welly Merck watch. Check it out next. I want to thank WM Watches for sending this watch in for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.